Привіт усім! З вами Кейт, і сьогодні ми нарешті повертаємося у Hogwarts. Я дуже скучила і за грою, і за естетикою, і страшенно скучила за пригодами і магічною атмосферою. Я знаю, що гру критикують, і багато до неї питань, але я її все одно люблю. Яких би проблем вона нам не завдавала, які б баги тут не були, але повернення у Hogwarts – це завжди круто. Нагадую, що ми граємо за отаку от Хафлпафку. Касіопея Наві її звати. Касіопея – це одне із сузір'я у північній півкулі, здається. А Наві – це найяскравіша зірка у цьому сузір'ї. Отже, у минулій серії Касіопею розподілили до Хафлпафу, і ми самі вибрали цей гуртожиток. І показали нашу загальну залу, і як знайти спальню, і все таке. О боже, дивіться, у них навіть складка на килимах є. Ну як після такого можна казати, що це погана гра? Не знаю як. Пішли, на завдання знайти нашу вітальню. Пішли, знайдемо нашу вітальню. Що в нас тут? Так, тут котик застряв.
You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them. Especially magical ones.
Артур Пламлі маглонароджений чаклун.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I'd better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right? Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Так, побалакались. Аделаїдою, о, дивіться, це товстий монах. Це привид дому Хафлпаф. Ми в дуже дивній позі тільки що були. Мабуть, краще піду звідси. Яблучко.
There you are. There you are.
Ленора.
Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she? Is that your owl? I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know. I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do. Indeed. 4 years of schoolwork is a bit... Being that far behind, I'd feel so... inadequate. Of course, presumably as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. Sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Ленора, by the way.
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw?
Well, my brothers were. They both work in ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
It was nice meeting you, Ленора.
Of course. Adieu.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the
Сова,
common
мені здається, це відсилка до фільмів Гаррі Поттера, тому що вона дуже схожа на саме ту сову, яка була у Гаррі. Отже, нам треба зустрітися з професоркою Візлі. А ось і вона.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Bardzo dziękuję.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
О, моя собака гавкає у лісі. Завжди дуже прикольно за цим спостерігати. Вона така дурненька.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
У нас тут якийсь...
I certainly would have appreciated something like a field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Не хочеш швидше бігати? Ні, чи ти ще не навчилась швидше бігати, я так розумію.
Simply cast Revelio on it and we'll see what the guide says.
Ага.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Я граю в цю гру зараз з джойстиком. І джойстиком в неї реально доволі зручно грати, попри те, що він у мене трошки
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
У мене не виходить. Взагалі. Почуваюсь дуже
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Тупою і безрукою, коли граю з клавіатури, так що джойстик...
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Revelio.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that
зараз побудемо
awful
брехати
dragon attack.
професорці Візлі.
My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Бреше, як
Yes.
пише.
You seem to
No,
have
this is
provided our new
Hufflepuff.
fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Так, я поставила декілька модів на цю гру.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you.
Цікаво, чи вони
I was
працюватимуть.
hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank
Трохи
you.
дратує, що
Now,
ці всі штуки не
sounds
можна
like you've
пропустити,
quite a
коли
day
вже
ahead,
проходили гру
what
за
with
інші
classes and a
факультети,
trip to
наприклад, або
Hogsmeade for
навіть
supplies, including your own
за той самий
wand.
факультет.
You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Хоча, коли я зайшла в цю після півроку, коли я в неї перестала грати, і я зараз знову почала не грати, але півроку десь в неї точно не грала, я просто забула все, що тут робити, які тут кнопки за що відповідають, що тут взагалі, які трюки є, як собі полегшити життя і так далі. Тому, можливо, навчання і корисне. Хоча, знову ж таки, я почала грати в цю гру заново, і я почала не спочатку, тобто навчання все одно не було, коли я в неї повернулася. Видно, розробники і самі не сподівалися, що ці кілька разів проходить цю гру. Ну, я думаю, таких як я багато.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull.
Все, що треба знати про
It
Hogwarts.
was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No?
Привид.
One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of
Пам'ятаєте, була така Моллі
simplicity,
в Візлі?
especially in the heat of battle.
От, Привид
Now,
це її
let's practice what we've just
дівоче
learned,
прізвище.
starting with
І,
something
скоріш за все, це
small.
якийсь із її предків. Або
Levioso!
яка молодчинка. Така дівчинка
Now,
старанна,
let's try something a little larger.
сказала вона.
Let us begin with the basic cast.
Так, поставити
See
це
how the
на
dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, good. Well done.
красиво.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Ну що, малиш, готовий програти?
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Хочу його побити.
Good form.
I know.
Це було доволі легко. 1000 разів це проходило. Справді
Not
тільки 3
bad
рази.
for a beginner.
Все ж.
You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the
Боже, вони
opportunity to
переклали це
practice.
як
If what I've seen
пуфантуй.
today is any indication, we can
Так
expect
боляче.
great things
А
from
все
you.
тому, що вони перекладали
I
з
demand
текст з
excellence from my
російської мови, а не
students.
з англійської.
They are capable of achieving it, and
В
they
українському
must
перекладі
achieve
Гаррі
it.
Поттера
A classroom duel
Hufflepuff
is one
перекладено
thing,
як
but
Hufflepuff.
battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins,
такому руснявому,
is a
як
different
Пуфантуй.
kettle of
Звучить
grindelows
як англійська.
entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with
Гірше
additional
всього
assignments.
тільки ран.
All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Що
Nice
ти, малий?
work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Я не пам'ятаю, як його в оригіналі звати. Вони теж переклали це прізвище.
What are you up to now?
О, другий рівень. Які ми розумашечки. Умнічки. Тепер нам треба до класу заклинань. Окей.
Rebellion.
Я бачу тут ще одну сторіночку. Привіт-привіт. Що в нас тут? Скелет ірландського фенікса або аврея, надзвичайно полегливого птаха, який може передбачити прихід дощу, а його скорботний крик, як колись вважалося, віщує смерть. Якщо не забуду, я додам сюди зображення цієї істоти із книжки «Фантастичні звірі», де їх шукати. До речі, події в цій грі відбуваються задовго. Точно десь за 20 років, я думаю, до того, як автор «Фантастичних звірів» потрапив у Гогвартс. Він ще навіть не народився.
Rebellion.
Нам ще вище так піднятися. Окей. Мені подобається, що вони взяли саме цей період історії, не знаю, як це назвати, історії магічного світу, і не паразитували на уже існуючих історіях.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronana yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Зараз ми будемо змагатися з Наталі Онай.
Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Чесно, якби я знала, що буде такий переклад, я б, мабуть, не брала цей факультет, а брала якийсь Гриффіндор або Слизерин, які російською перекладені, ну, типу, Гриффіндор і Слизерин. І, відповідно, цей переклад теж був би адекватний. А тут, походу, мені захочеться ригати кожного разу, коли я бачу пофантуй на екрані. Ух, сука, аж передьоргує.
That is how it's done.
Так, тепер ми дуже вредні люди, і ми зараз зіб'ємо її кульку. Так. Є.
You are not making this easy for me, are you? Watch this.
Ти цього не очікуєш від Хафлпафти. Та й таке. Давай ми ще й це скинемо. Легкою.
Excellent.
Let us see this.
Таке. Гей. Ти що придумала? Падаєш?
A perfect score.
Трошечки не вистачило.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it.
Hey,
This round settles it all.
Here we go.
Трошки.
That is how it's done.
Помагає їй виходить. Нічого, зараз ми скинемо. Червоний меч, а он тим синеньким. Який прямо перед нами.
There we go. I will get you back for that. Watch this.
Даха. Тепер ми зіб'ємо ще цей. Не падай.
Happens to the best of us.
Все одно ми перемогли.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Ой, там сидить Омніус.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear.
It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronana wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
A word, if you
you're
would.
so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Beth.
You wanted to speak
You know
with
it
me,
won't work
Professor?
on humans.
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Дякую.
Revelio.
А є тут щось цінне в цьому приміщенні? Тут нічого немає. Ну що ж, нарешті ми біжимо з достатньою швидкістю. Кажуть, це одна із ознак Ардух. Те, що у тебе, те, що ти не можеш довго чекати, поки щось відбудеться, і коли щось просто якийсь тривалий процес. У мене немає Ардух.
Revelio.
Занадто мало різноманітних ознак. І я не засмучена зовсім. Я дуже рада цьому. Я думала, тут має бути сторінка із довідника, який ми збираємо. Але нема, то нема. Ну, ще одна киця, давайте її погладимо. Може пострімити, як я граю в стрей? Я так і не змогла дограти у гру, тому що...
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke.
Трошки помирав часто. Мене це засмучувало.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Revelio.
О, у нас тут щось стоїть, ми його заберемо. Дякую, аж підскакує. Окей. Пішли поговоримо з професором Ронаном. Раз на те пішло. Він десь тут поруч має бути. Так. Ну, це доволі швидка задача.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Така дівчина хороша, така
Revelio.
вихована, така старанна. Ну, це просто виливка. О, у нас 3-й рівень, класно, мені подобається. Дуже гарно.
Flying page must be around here somewhere.
Широку сторінку, Господи Боже.
Brilliant.
Отак, давай з тобою поговоримо, ти нам даси
Are you all right? Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you? Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones. Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing.
Таке враження, що вона левітує.
Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
Ну ти маніпуляторша.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
Haven't you any friends?
У тебе немає друзів.
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Окей. Так, що ми? Ми не можемо виконати це завдання. А чому? Ми можемо? Нам просто треба сходити до професора Ронана. І сказати йому, що ми такі молодці. Ми зробили роботу, яку він нам дав. Знайшли 2 сторінки.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstone. I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Давай, стрім. До мене. Ой, а ви тут що робите? Тут не якась задача?
Revelio.
Ну добре. Тут маячок стоїть. А, я бачу.
Oh, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Yes, but what good is knowledge when you really think about it?
Just when I think I'm finished with my schoolwork, I remember another assignment.
А куди йти?
12 inches apart.
Грати не будеш.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
І тут візьмемо завдання сторонні.
Hello, Lenora. What are you looking at?
Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Revelio.
Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating.
No
Що це у нас тут? Єй, наша перша шмотка.
Revelio.
Тут така сторіночка. Якась кішечка. А що це у нас? Дерев'яний кіт. Ця дерев'яна статуя зображує пангура Ронни, безстрашного мисливця на мишей та відданого компаньйона. Привіт!
Hello, looking for me?
Вибачте.
Natty, I hope I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. Professor Weasley tells me that you need to go to Hogsmeade. You must be eager to have your own things again. And to see the village.
I've been looking forward to it.
Good. Shall we set off? I intend to give you a first-rate Hogsmeade experience. I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to accompany you.
Really?
Yes, I had planned to extend an invitation to you myself. I thought you might enjoy a butterbeer in the village. The timing of Professor Weasley's owl was perfect.
Ну що ж.
I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient rooms. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it. Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas. But that's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much for the cold, are you?
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much, but it has taken some getting used to. I did not
Завжди
grow up
дивувало,
around
що у
snow.
Гогвартсі немає занять таких фізрою. У них були заняття, де вони вчилися літати на мітлах, але
I often spot lacewing flies in this area.
це було одне заняття.
They are interesting to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making.
Ну, типу, у вас тут багато дітей, яким потрібно розвивати м'язи, суглоби, щоб були в
From a
порядку.
forbidden forest. Hippogriffs. I wonder if something started them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named.
That's the forbidden forest on the left. It's off limits to students, as the name implies.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think that calling it forbidden only makes it more alluring. Ah, there's Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin.
Ну, окей, вертаємось. Я хотіла активувати точку із летючим порохом, щоб потім не ходити... хоча... Це ж
I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that? She knows more about me than I had thought. I will say, while I certainly learned much can be gleaned outside.
Добре, зробимо це наступного разу. Там були приколи. Корисні.
How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
I'm getting used to things. What about you? Do you finally feel settled?
I still miss my homeland, but it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too.
I don't think a single student likes it.
Mr. Moon! He is the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss Onai. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying.
А, добре, він не піденький, він наляканий.
She'll be at the
Через це
castle
він
where it's
гукає.
safe. Good luck to both of you.
Oh, Mr. Moon, a demiguise. I think he had too much fun in the village. I will say that I have never seen him in such a state. Nearly there. There is much to see outside of the castle walls, not just Hogsmeade. I am happy to explore whenever you'd like. Rumors being what they are about goblins and such, it might be nice to have a friend with you.
I'll keep that in mind, Natty. Thank you.
Гоґсмід, ласкаво просимо в Гоґсмід.
And here we are. It is hard to know where to start. The Three Broomsticks is the place for butterbeer. And you can get any sweet you can imagine at Honeydukes. I could not choose a favorite shop here. It changes with every visit. I can tell you that you are certain to find everything you need in Hogsmeade. Professor Weasley said that you need to get potion recipes, spellcrafts, some seeds, and...
A new wand.
Of course! You will enjoy Mr. Ollivander, and I am keen to see what you will do with a wand of your own. You should be able to collect everything you need and still have time to explore a little as well. Experience Hogsmeade at your own pace. We can meet up in the town circle when you are finished. Enjoy yourself. I will see you soon.
Візьмемо собі найкращу у світі чарівну паличку. Люблю в шапках ходити. Цій грі.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, About time.
Well, you're our new 5th year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we?
Цікаво, він з усіма студентами так вітається.
No, not you.
Такий радий вас зустріти.
Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it.
Ауч! Щось пішло не так.
Oh dear.
Але це красиво, принаймні.
Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry.
Може, сподіваюся, хоча б сьогодні я не розтягнеться всієї мені стрім.
Perhaps.
Минулого разу було дуже сумно.
A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring.
Світло вимикнули.
Let's give this one a
Не
try.
за графіком. З невідомих причин. Але тоді якраз була тривога.
Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it. Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future.
Що ти, діду? Авада кедавра.
Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Indeed. Treat it well, and you shall find no more dependable a wand than one with a unicorn hair core. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Дякую, аж підскакую. Тепер ми підемо. Давайте трошки швидше, може якось ходити. Я навіть не знаю.
An inquiring mind.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda, student. I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here, Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then?
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity, but that is where my spellcrafts come in. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, seeing it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring unique items like custom pieces of furniture or decoration. But I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. For now, let's get the spellcrafts you need. A potting table and a potion station, yes?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own ingredients and brew what you want when you want. Let's have a look at the rest of my inventory.
Так, я точно знаю, що в нього тут є якісь приколяси, може настирить. Ми поки що не вміємо ставати невидимими, дуже жалко. Ми знайшли таємну кімнату. До речі, в цій грі зачаровані сходи у фоліантах із собою, які розкладаються, якщо потрібен доступ до певної книги. Власник на ім'я Томас Браун продає різні товари, в тому числі магічні рецепти, які потрібні для чаклунства. У цій грі немає, де не можна знайти. Тепер маємо зганяти за зіллями. Я не пам'ятаю, що нам дають у зіллях. Здається, рецепти зіль. Хоча я можу помилятися. Зараз подивимося.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Revelio.
Зілля Пеппіна. Магазин зілля Пеппіна був заснований у 1753 році. Є аптекою в Гоґсміді, де власник Перрі Піпін продає широкий асортимент зілля та інгредієнтів для них. Цікаво, чому він Перрі, а магазин називається Дж. Пеппіна.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though, I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we? What time if you're in a rush today?
Revelio.
Скриня. На скрині ми шапку нову знайшли. Я буду змінювати.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me to collect.
Oh, the dittany for the new 5th year. I take it that's you, then. Merlin's beard. Starting Hogwarts as a 5th year. You must be positively reeling from it all.
Not at all. I'm choosing to see it all as one big adventure.
Well, bravo. Not everyone has the temperament to take things as they come. Name's Timothy Teasdale, by the way, and this is my shop, the Magic Neep. I keep the cart out here because I like a good chat. Can't very well be in the thick of things if I'm hidden away inside now, can I?
I suppose not.
In addition to seeds, I have plenty of plants. Grow everything myself. My speciality is potion ingredients. Even Pippin purchases from me. But what say we get you a packet of dittany seeds?
Що у нас тут? Візок з чарівної брюкви. Цей візок належить кімнаті Чайлову, який керує магазином «Чарівна брюква». Йому подобається бути в гущі подій і спілкуватися з покупцями за межами магазину. Трошки грошення знайшли. О, тут можна якось швидше дістатися. Класно. О, Натті, нарешті я до тебе прийшла.
I have everything. I see what you meant about not being able to pick a favorite shop.
We should walk around a bit more. Perhaps today is the day I finally pick one.
Ooh, щось відбувається. До речі, я так виглядаю кожного ранку до того, як вип'ю кави.
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
Ще один. Так, це буде доволі тяжкуватий бій, бо вона ще трохи слабкувата.
Are we weakening him at all? Keep at it! We have to wear him down! What was that?
I was trying to beat him at his own game.
And let us do more of it!
Ау! Боляче. Чорт.
Arrest the momentum!
Та йо-моє. Та блін. Я ж кинула в тебе ящиком. Ти ж виграв. Вона доволі сильна мала.
Long enough. We need to make sure he stays that way.
Не можемо трошки, якось легше в цьому грати. Це було доволі важко. А ще ми дізналися, що ми вміємо такі класні штуки робити. Використовувати древню магію. Спойлер.
Goodness! A second troll! Did you two take on a fully grown troll by yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Так, зараз ми допоможемо відновити Гоґсмід.
Lucky they didn't do more.
I will see what he wants.
Давайте послухаємо. І, мабуть, на цьому і закінчимо.
One last thing for Officer Singer. Here, Reparo. Ah, good as new. Rebellion. Reparo. Reparo.
Нарешті. Ось місцями трошки воно. Але, можливо, це через моди, які я постановлювала.
Rebellion.
Бачу.
Reparo. Revelio.
Так, ми не активували точку. Тепер активували. Тепер ми можемо зробити ось тут. Це магазин одягу «Шапка-невидимка», заснований у 1750 році і має філії в Парижі, Лондоні та Гоґсміді. Магазин «Шапка-невидимка» пропонує широкий вибір чарівного одягу та аксесуарів. Містер Август Хілл та його колега Отто Дібл з радістю допомагають усім, хто заходить до магазину, отримуючи задоволення від допомоги тим, чиє почуття моди не розвинене так сильно, як у інших. Тобто у нас почуття моди Розвинений приблизно ніяк.
We were just talking about you.
Таке ще потім. Рукавички в них купимо. Не купимо.
Rebellion.
Продамо. Шкідливоскоп. Шкідливоскоп – це різновид детектора пітьми, який починає обертатися, свистіти і світитися, якщо виявить поблизу когось, хто не заслуговує на довіру. Русню, одним словом. Однак його слід використовувати з великою обережністю, оскільки цей прилад майже миттєво попередить зловмисників про те, що хтось використовує його, щоб розкрити їх.
Revelio.
А це що? Манекен у магазині «Шапка-невидимка». На відміну від зчарованих манекенів, яких студенти використовують для тренувань своїх дуельних навичок, манекени у магазині «Шапка-невидимка» служать лише для демонстрації останніх досягнень чарівної моди. Так, тепер побалакаємо з цим.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself. Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I can offer you something much more useful. I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving protections. And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes. In thanks for what you did today.
Українізатор ставиться поверх англійської мови.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Hill. But I can't accept robes that I didn't pay for.
Nonsense! I insist! Now, let's try this on for size, shall we?
What an extraordinary introduction to Hogsmeade. I would say that we, and you in particular, have earned at least one butterbeer. Shall we head to the Three Broomsticks?
Sounds like a good idea.
Wonderful. Just down this way then.
I sell even more battle-worthy items. Should you be inclined, you're most welcome to peruse my shop at your...
Так, ну що, сьогодні ми на цьому закінчимо. Ми дуже багато зробили в цьому епізоді. Ми отримали чарівні палички, всілякі потрібні штуки для навчання. Ми здолали троля, використавши на це 7 зіль відновлення здоров'я. Мені дуже соромно. Ми познайомилися з кількома друзями новими. І попереду цілий навчальний рік у Hogwarts. До наступних зустрічей!